Facebook satisfies a lot of needs to a lot of individuals.
What it does is that it allows you to digitize your actual real-world connections.
It's a verb. It's a verb and it's a noun that you can Facebook somebody.
It fills something, an existing need that we have.
People are very interested in each other. People like to check up on other people. They like to see what's going on.
There are some individuals who can actually get addicted to the whole social experience of Facebook.
I'm not sure society will be more forgiving of your errors online.
The thing with Facebook is that it doesn't just presumably want to integrate other social networks, it wants to integrate the entire internet.
Facebook has over 1 billion users worldwide. In Ireland, there are over 2 million users. That's almost half of the population. Each month, we click the like button 133 million times, post 81 million comments, and upload 24 million photos. With so many photos shared and posts created, is Facebook changing how we express ourselves?
So you're online now all of a sudden and you have this new freedom to play with who you are as a person or who you think that you should be or who you could be. It can be really beneficial for people to experience that, but does that necessarily then create some sort of new confidence that transfers back into offline sociality? I don't know.
From our survey of over 1,300 university students, results show only a third of those surveyed agree that their online persona is a true reflection of their offline persona.
There's a celebrity factor to these things. People are increasing their, I suppose, their self-worth based on the number of likes that they get on photographs online.
Because while there's only a like button and no dislike button, if someone doesn't like it, does that mean the 484 people of your 500 friends that didn't like it all thought you looked badly?
That's a very dangerous way for somebody to build up their self-esteem because it's built on an external object which they don't really have any control over.
It's all about the visual and people's interpretations. If certain people who put up photos and images of themselves up on Facebook are relying on that to sort of build their self-esteem, it's quite shaky territory.
The flip side of it is that the people who build social media sites are, you know, they think it's fantastic because this is what will give them very valuable marketing information.
The reality is we live in a very mediated or mediatized world.
We as a society, I think, have to really examine what is driving this sort of thing and if this is the sort of society we want where these materialistic images, these physical images, the body image as well, and the self-worth of individuals are built on the commodification of images.
The majority of respondents have 200 friends or more. So are people making valuable new connections, or are they merely friend collecting?
Personally, if I was Facebook, I'd be worried that the average number of friends has increased so much, and it does seem to be continuing to increase.
And we also know from Robert Dunbar that we really can only have about 150 friends or in a group that we can socially interact meaningfully with.
You can have more, but you'll start to forget people or you'll lose contact with them.
It's also shown that people do rate each other based on the number of friends that they have actually gathered.
This raises the question, why are so many people making and accepting friend requests?
I think they saw Facebook as a game, and to be a winner in the game you had the most friends. And it's a very human thing to want to be popular. So it's just feeding that desire that's there in people.
If it's occurring mostly with younger people and you have kids who have hundreds and thousands of friends, that, to my mind, is a security risk for those children.
The way that we learn how to manage what is private and what is not in the actual world is totally upended by the way that we use Facebook.
No matter what you're doing online, you can assume, you should assume that at least 10, and if not 100 times more people have seen what you've written than have interacted with it. So if 5 people comment on your post, you can assume that 500 people saw it. The thing is, we know this when we're online because we can see everybody else's things. We're quite aware of it, but it just hasn't sunk in yet.
Because there's this confusion with people of what's actually public, what's actually private.
The thing is that people tend to say that they are concerned about privacy, but that they still engage in these behaviours which are questionable, like putting up personal information that can be seen publicly, putting up photographs which are compromising and so on.
The majority of people are aware of their privacy settings. They feel their personal information is protected by Facebook. While people are not concerned about who can see their posts and images, they are on the other hand very private when it comes to certain information.
A lot of younger individuals would not be as concerned or maybe not as aware of the private-public boundaries.
They don't see it posting photos of themselves and all of their social activities as invasive. And the fact that some stranger in a different country, in a different part of the world, of a different age, might actually access and view these things, it doesn't bother them.
They genuinely don't understand that what goes up on Facebook and what goes up on the internet, there's a permanent presence.
Almost all of those surveyed have a Facebook account. But what about those people not on Facebook?
Not participating in social media when all of your peers, all of your classmates are on social media, that is a form of, we could see that as a form of social exclusion, because it is effectively.
When people talk about online sociality or online presence or online anything, then what often happens is that we talk about this distinction between the online and the offline. And it's really important to maintain some sort of awareness of this distinction.
People feel very much left out if, say, the younger portions of a family or the community are all on Facebook, on the digital media, sharing, keeping up to date, and they're getting sort of filtered messages through, say, a nephew, a niece, or a younger member of a family. And that can be a bit of a problem because they don't feel like they're actually getting one-on-one communication.
There's a photograph of you on Facebook and you're not on Facebook. Somebody can still tag it and with your name. So whether you like it or not, you're going to be taken into Facebook. It's kind of like it has this sort of viral effect where it is actually taking over everything, and people are being taken onto the digital kind of environment, whether they like it or not.
So what lies ahead for Facebook?
Will people grow tired of it and uneasy?
There is a lot of people who have tried Facebook and other online resources who are also, I wouldn't say dropping out, but who are leaving it, have been dissatisfied with with the whole experience.
What we see is Facebook trying to integrate what was the World Wide Web into a new sort of structure within which Facebook becomes the central node. And the issue of the World Wide Web then sort of filters off into the background.
We have to recognise that despite all of the hype and the privacy issues and the security issues and so on, that this is an incredible thing that we have.
There's always the potentialities. I'm not in touch with all those people, but it could potentially be.
The appeal will stay. It will continue to adapt and to change in certain ways, like with the mobile development and so on. But it's the emotional connection to people that you know and love is very powerful. And as long as Facebook hold that, it's going to be incredibly difficult for it to be dislodged.